Have another beer, buddy.
Chatty chat chat chat. I think that they probably said that being shorter is advantageous.
Well, they need to teach me then. There you go. So we had to poke a little fun at him. Call you Ginger Swag.
Yeah. If you weren't bowlers, what would you have liked to have done instead? Anything else. Literally anything else.
That's a great answer.
The horse is so dead that it's on some kid's school project on a landfill already.
And there you have
that one before.
No. We'll talk about that one.
Terrible idea.
What?
What is up? What is up? Coming at you on a Tuesday night. Last night was our regularly scheduled time, but my dad's brother died a few weeks ago, and so we were in San Antonio all weekend at the funeral service, seeing family, whatever else, and so we got back at like 8 o'clock last night, and so no show. But they released the Nationals patterns yesterday, so we had to do a show, and it gives us an excuse to sit here and drink and ramble. So
we're still here for the people.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, of course, we're here for the people, but mostly the drinking.
Yes.
So,
we love you all, but you're all second. You got to have the beer first.
Yeah. Of course. All right. Let me get back in, pull up the chat. Kevin Rivs. Kevin.
I was at a funeral this weekend, too. It's called the Peterson Classic. Golden. Yes. Good stuff.
That's a good one.
I like it.
That's a good one. I was at a loss for what day of the week it was when I got the notification. Yeah, well, we just confused everybody. We was thinking about just pushing it off until next week, but then they released the patterns yesterday, and so that gave us something to talk about. And, so I can pull up a few things. We can talk a little Nationals.
Now that it's completed?
Yeah. Also, I'm going to make so Global has this new brand identity thing with the kind of craft beer, whatever else type of vibe. And so they released their first cocktail, which is the Zen Gold Label. And so I'm actually going to be drinking that tonight. I'm also going to make the mocktail. So if you don't drink, or if you are underage and shouldn't be drinking, I'm going to do the mocktail too, which is a non-alcoholic kind of a mixed drink. So I'm not going to leave anybody out.
So you don't have to be 21 or over to watch this episode.
No, you can be both.
I have the mind of under 21.
Yeah, and even if you are over 21 and don't drink, I'm going to make the mocktail first, and so we'll see what that's all about.
What are you drinking currently to start off the show?
I'm going to start with the mock. I'm just going to go on ahead and make the mocktail. So I'm going to make the mocktail, and then I'm going to do the cocktail. And then, because I already had to get vodka for the mocktail or for the cocktail, I was just some Kahlua and half and half away from a White Russian. So
sweet. And I am sipping on the new Lakeheim from Norseman Brewing Company.
Yeah.
They opened a location, as you know, about 30 seconds from my house, and my waistline is furious.
I have not had that one yet. I was going to have it at the family soft opening a couple weeks ago, but I just wasn't feeling it at the time. So
it's actually really, really light. It's a great summer drink. When it's hotter than heck outside, it's a good beer to drink.
Yeah, I think that's what he was going for. He was going for like Budweiser with it because they're out the lake.
It's perfect.
And so I think they're going to do that. I think they've got the Shield Maiden over there. They've got some lighter stuff over by the lake for people that just, don't want to drink the heavy, like super craft beer. So it's craft beer for non-craft beer drinkers, basically.
There's a new IPA over here too. I can't remember the name of it.
Yeah.
I had it. It's really, really hoppy. I just drank it tonight.
Well, I saw 4 of them on the board over there when we were over there a couple weeks ago, and I didn't really pay too much attention to them, so I probably should have.
It was a super hoppy IPA. They have two two different Lakeheims. One is just the regular Lakeheim, and then the other one I can't remember what it was, but I didn't try that one yet. See something, but it's great for people that are at the campers and stuff like that in the area that can come get some light beer when it's hot outside. It's perfect.
Yeah, and they've got a. I guess the rum runner machine is half the reason that they had to put those waffle-looking sound dampeners up on the ceiling, because Melissa, my brother's wife, said that if they turn that machine off, the sound drops like 20 decibels in there. So,
really,
yeah. Of course,
yeah, Amanda had one of the rum runners last week, and one drink in, I had to drive. She says, "Honey, my hands are tingling."
Yeah, Lorenda Benoit.
Yeah. And I'm enjoying this out of my Norseman glass too.
Yeah. Yeah, those are sweet glasses. They've got the laser etching on the bottom to release the bubbles. Yep, we're going to make the Storm signature drinks, or the 900 Global signature drink. Kevin says he did try the Gold Label. It kind of tastes like purple Kool-Aid. I would imagine, because it's got vodka, blue curacao, fruit punch, and Sprite. So it's going to taste like purple Kool-Aid, which is okay, which is fine. I like Kool-Aid. Being a staffer, you have to drink a lot of it. So
Kool-Aid.
I'm familiar with Kool-Aid. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and make the mocktail. We're going to start with that.
Go for it.
Let me pull up the recipe. All right. So for the mocktail, I did not get the gold glitter. I don't know where you get gold food glitter, and you're not going to be able to see it anyway. So, or purple drink for all my brothers out there.
Yes.
Purple drink. What flavor Kool-Aid you drinking? Red. We know about red Kool-Aid up in here. So this is what you can't see it on the screen. So anyway, so the mocktail, the non-alcoholic version, is 4 ounces of blue Gatorade, Powerade, or blue juice of choice, 3 ounces of fruit punch, top with Sprite, optional, add gold glitter. So I'm going ahead and get my ice cubes out.
Also, while you're sitting there working on that, with Junior Gold completing, shout out to a local kid named Josh Hammonds, who got selected for Team USA here locally.
Mm-hmm.
Two-hander, pretty good bowler. He's not going to school for bowling, believe it or not. He's actually going to KU. So
okay,
we may be seeing him in the draft league at some point.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I know there's a lot of youth bowlers. Ethan Burns and Josh Hammonds is another one of them that are pretty good. And so I saw that he did pretty okay.
Yeah, I don't know if he won his division, but I know he got selected for Team USA. So congrats to you. It's pretty one big hell of accomplishment. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, that's crazy.
If I could just talk and get it out, that'd be great.
Yeah. You fit right in.
Basis.
Yeah. What's up, guys? All right.
Cheers.
I got my fancy star. I had this. Angel had me on this subscription thing for a while. It's like Bespoke Post or something like that. And it's like $50 a month, and they send you some fancy stuff. And I just never used it. She got me all the cocktail stuff, so I have like the mixers with the strainer, and I've got the jigger, and I've got the big long stirry spoon, and I've even got like a little blowtorch that's got like the smoker kit for smoked drinks, and a couple weird looking pineapple things, and some kind of syrup or something, some passion fruit syrup that I probably ought to make into something. So anyway, for all the non-drinkers out there, 4 ounces blue Gatorade. So I do have blue Gatorade, actual authentic blue Gatorade.
Actual authentic.
Yeah, I'm going to spill this. I'm going to try to be all like cool with this, but I'm going to definitely spill it everywhere.
Oh, no. Wow, that was clean to me.
Mm-hmm.
My son had fun, came in 223rd place out of ballot, 1,300. That's pretty good, too. That's not too bad. That's nothing to hang your hat on.
Yeah, I mean, you finish in the top 5th. That's it's better than 80% of the field. We will take that. 3
I
ounces.
actually figured out how to bowl these last couple of weeks too myself.
I missed bowling on Thursday, but I've been kind of figuring it out myself.
I bowled the Fiesta that's local here the last couple of weeks. Haley's All Stars did cash, by the way, in third.
Sweet.
Trevor decided he wanted to take everybody's money in the last 2 weeks, and so they actually last Sunday they had 160 brackets for that tournament. That's a lot. Trevor was in 158 of 160 finals, and he won them all.
They normally do really good for brackets there. We ran them 3-4 years ago or something. I think it was before. It was either COVID year or before COVID. And
right before.
Brackets were significant. So
a lot of action.
Okay.
My son came in 350th out of 13 U18 as well. Awesome. Another one. Congratulations to your son. Good bowling. Good stuff.
Really shook this
I'm
spread.
here for the shout outs for the junior gold bowlers because junior gold is one thing I miss. It was one of my favorite things to do as a youth bowler, and the kids have that opportunity to go and really test themselves is pretty awesome.
Yeah, I didn't start. Well, I bowled for like a year or two when I was 11 or 12, and then I didn't start back up until I was 19. And then by the time I got into actual like tournament bowling, I qualified for junior gold, I think twice, but I didn't go the first time because I had no idea what it meant. It's like, oh, you qualified for junior gold. It's like, whatever. And then the next year, we had some adult sport league at Westridge. And so Greg Atwater and I decided to forego our youth status and go adult to bowl that league. And so I never went to junior gold. But, of course, that was 20 years ago, so.
Doesn't matter anymore. Youth bowlers can bowl adult stuff, so it don't really matter.
Yeah.
But my son came in 1,312 out of 1,313 bowlers. He's currently grounded for the next 6 months. That's golden. Our daughter's spear game is left behind, and our center is lost and found. Yeah, I've been there. Sometimes I need people to pick it up on the highway for me. I understand.
That happens.
We still consider you a junior here, short stack. All right.
Sure how is slurp this down awful fast?
Chug it. Thumbs up, thumbs down. What are we looking at?
Yeah, that's solid. 4 ounces of blue Gatorade, 3 ounces of fruit punch, top with Sprite, optional add gold glitter. It would be cool. You wouldn't be able to see it. I wasn't going to chase it down. So yeah,
that's what she said. Don't we have? Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was going to say it really tastes like if you mix blue Gatorade with fruit punch and add a little bit of Sprite. That's exactly what it tastes like.
That sounds delicious, actually. I had to go to dinner, or else I'd be there trying it myself.
Yeah, that's all right. But you got to go to dinner. You didn't have to.
I got lake time for it though. You can't pass up Norseman. Breakdownpair on a Tuesday. Is this a rerun? No, this is live, baby, live.
Yeah. No. Had some things to do. I was in San Antonio where apparently they don't know about fans.
Like
this is one of the weird things. Like as soon as you hit Texas, you're driving south.
Yeah.
And as soon as you hit Texas, it's one big city all the way to San Antonio.
Yep.
And then we get there, and the first restaurant that we got into was a bunch of fun. It was nice and everything was fine. And then the next restaurant that we got into, I mean, it was warm the whole time down there. It's San Antonio. It was 100 and something the whole time. I used to work outside, so it wasn't that big of a deal. You just kind of get used to sweating a little bit. But and I used to do heating and air, so I understand air conditioners can only do so much. Once it gets over 95 degrees, an air conditioner is just really not going to keep up with that. Because the way an air conditioner works is it takes the heat from the inside and then it puts it back outside. Well, when it's 100 some odd degrees outside, it doesn't really release outside that well. So over 95 degrees, it's whatever. But the number one thing that I always used to tell people, if you want it to feel cooler without like paying a higher bill or running your AC lower, keep the windows closed, keep the fan going constantly, buy fan, turn the ceiling fan on, buy an oscillating fan, whatever else. It'll make it feel like 5 degrees cooler without having to run your AC all the way down. Well, we'd go into places and it would be like, okay, well, it's nicer in here than outside, but that really wasn't saying much. We kept going into these places and sitting there, and the AC was a little uncomfortably high, but then there were no fans running anywhere at any time. And so it was just uncomfortably heavy air just sitting there. And then it got stale and it wouldn't move. And it was just, it got oppressive. And I'm like, well, this was like the easiest thing. You're in San Antonio. I understand air conditioning. Nobody wants to pay for that. But turn on a fan. It helps. But nobody had fans down there, and I can't understand it.
And avoid using ovens.
Yeah.
Chris Cannon, I think you're bowling with me on a team in September too, if I saw that right.
KCO?
Yeah, looking forward to that. Give me the Vegas crew, baby.
No, see, we crank that stuff down to like 64. If I'm in a hotel room, I'm cranking that down. I'm cranking it down. I bring my own fan, and it's going to happen. Anywhere else, now it felt like what it felt like was the 7 a.m. squad at Nationals is what it felt like when they don't turn the AC on until like 6:47 and you bowl at 7.
Sorry, I'm just reading some of this stuff. Me too, man. I look forward to it as well. It's gonna be fun. Lots of photo opportunities. Let's take them.
Yep. All right. Well, this is.
Yeah, chug that bad boy down so that we can.
Yeah, I was gonna say I shouldn't have made the full drink. I should have just tried it because this is. I don't drink like sugary stuff much. I do sparkling water and beer and whiskey. The sugary stuff, I don't drink pop anymore. I don't drink Gatorade. I don't drink especially fruit punch. And this is, I mean, it's good, but it's not.
You drink scotch.
Yeah, I drink scotch.
Don't worry about scotch. No.
64. Heck yeah. We cranked him down to 66 and never got below 74. Oof.
Ouch.
Oof. Yeah, I'll be back. I'm going to go dump this out and make the real thing. It's good if you drink this type of stuff. I don't drink this type of stuff, so I'm going to go. We're going to reset this, and I think the faster that I can get into a White Russian, the better off I'm going to be. So I'll be back.
Uh-oh. Leave me in charge. Me, Andrew, Andrew. Sorry, sweet. Looking forward to it. It's going to be a lot of fun. For those that join us for the KCO, looking forward to seeing everybody. Depending on direction wind blows, ceiling fan blows, it will either pull hot air. Yes, that is also very accurate. That's also what she said. Kevin is coming with haymakers tonight. Just straight haymakers. I'll catch up on the comments while he is stepping away for a second. Get some churros with all the ladies down in San Antonio. Once again, appreciate Haas. What are you throwing the most right now? Oh, great question. So I recently drilled up, as most of you know, I recently drilled an NV Tour and a top speed, an IQ Ruby. And did we drill something else? I think that's it. A spare ball. I knew spare ball, but who counts that? Yeah. So I'm honestly throwing all three right now. I don't think I've thrown anything else that's in my bag since I've drilled those three. So really liking those a lot. And I kind of want a case of all of them now.
Hi, baby. I know.
I will say that NV Tour, if you've never thrown an NV Tour, I know I've said it on this show before, but you are missing out. If you're not tied down to a staff contract, drill an NV Tour. You'll thank me later.
Hey, baby. Any smiles? Bucko.
Which is your preferred from those three? It has to be the NV Tour.
Bucko. Come here.
I will say that top speed, if you don't know much about that top speed, don't sleep on it either. The balls are really good too.
Hi, buddy.
Y'all coming back to Tulsa? Yep, we'll be in Tulsa in October.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Luke. Hi, Jonathan. Hey, Cameron. Yeah, I think it's like October 20th. 22nd, something like that.
Yeah, 21st, 22nd, something like that.
Yeah. So, yes, we will be back.
All right. I'm going to make the real thing here.
Uh-oh. All right, what's in this one? Hi, Storm.
All right, so this one is 2 ounces of vodka, 1 ounce of blue curacao, 3 ounces of fruit punch, top with Sprite, add gold glitter, which you're not going to do.
Is the gold glitter, is that just to make it look sexy or something?
Yeah, it's just to spice it up because the Gold Label has glitter in it. So
Well, that makes sense. All right. I will say I do like the rebrand because, I mean, obviously I like craft beer, so I must say it's a nice.
I think it fits because Storm's like the kind of preppy frat sorority elitist whatever else, and then Roto's kind of like the rugby team. They're like, we're just gonna do it and it's gonna be crazy. Hi, I'm Roto Schlim. Welcome to Jackass type of stuff. And then Global's gonna be, it's a smaller brand. They don't put out a whole bunch of stuff, but when they do, it's gonna be big. And so I think that the kind of refined craft type of angle fits well. It fits with the other brands well. It fits what they do well, so on and so forth. So, all right, move, Dingo. Give me some more ice.
Some more ice. There we go. Trying to manage this in my other computer here to watch us. I've got us on one screen in front of me and us on the other.
That out so that can fall or not. Just that's not work either.
Here in Southwest Florida, they have to wipe down the AC returns to keep water from dripping on their coast. That doesn't surprise me down there.
Mistle. Where you at?
That does not surprise me one bit. Vodka and Curacao.
Mistle. Come here.
Nice. Indy looks cool in Stealth Pearl. Yeah, I haven't seen a ton of the Stealth Pearl, but yeah, I'm telling you, don't sleep on that ball. Indy Tour is money. And the gold label is a dark code. I'm telling you, it's a dark code.
Yeah, it's a dark code. All right.
For show.
Smirnoff is just good, solid vodka for.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It's not anything fancy, but it's kind of like when you want a whiskey and Coke or something. Jack Daniels is what you go to. If you want to drink like a vodka drink, then obviously you're going to go for like Grey Goose or something like that. But if you're mixing, Smirnoff's just a good solid, can't miss, no frills, nothing fancy, just good solid stuff.
Right. Tito's is pretty good too.
Yeah.
Tito's and we have a local vodka in Kansas called Most Wanted that's actually pretty solid too. I use that when I drink poor man margaritas.
This looks like coffee.
It's gonna say that. Look. Oh, are we still clean without spilling yet? Ooh.
Not really. I mean, I think I just spilled something, but this glass got in my way.
Damn it! There went. Tito's is awesome. Yeah, I like Tito's a lot.
Oh, well.
Nothing like a good Tito's and Tito's vodka and orange juice. Screwdrivers are worth that. Jack Daniels Bonded makes the best Jack and Coke.
Ooh. I do actually have a bottle of Jack Daniels Bonded. I got Angel. It was on special at Vern's a couple weeks ago, so Angel got me it's really good drinking straight too. So just on the rocks.
Did we try that one yet?
So, huh?
Did I try that one over there?
Probably it was just you. It was one of many, I think. Move, Dingo. All right. Yeah.
Vodka margaritas. That's the most Kansas thing ever. No, it's vodka and Squirt Pop. It's basically a Sprite. It's a poor man margarita. It's a great summer drink. I'm telling you, don't hate on it until you try it. Like if you're out by the pool and you want to drink something, I'm telling you, it's good stuff. A little sweet. You can only have so many of them after you get tired of the taste, but try it. You'll thank me later. Crown Apple and Sprite's good too. This is for the first hour of the show. We talk about nothing but alcohol. I love it.
Yeah.
Bowling is coming, I promise.
Yeah.
Once again, also, if you got questions and stuff, feed them into the comments because we will have plenty of time to talk to you and reach out to comments too. So
yeah.
Aviation Gin and White Birch Beer. Okay.
This is a really cool looking drink, and I think that If I had the gold glitter, it would definitely spice it up, but I was not in the mood to track down gold glitter after work. So
Welcome to the breakdown bar. Yes, I love it. we need Kulik to make us some shirts that say breakdown bar.
yeah, I am going to get a T-shirt made that says button pusher on it, and then have the reset button. I think I mentioned that on another show.
You did. I love it. And because I'm slow and I haven't done it yet, I promise everybody we will have some T-shirts coming for the show. So if you're interested, they will be on Kulik's site at some point. I just need to send them an email and get it done. So don't hate me.
I know you can't tell on camera, but this is a nice shade of purple.
It looks dark.
It does look like purple drink, but
give me that purple stuff. All right. What's the verdict?
That's really good. It does kind of taste like purple Kool-Aid, but
Ooh.
like an alcoholic purple Kool-Aid. That's pretty good. I like it. Once again, the recipe is for the Zen Gold Label cocktail is 2 ounces of vodka, 1 ounce of blue curacao, 3 ounces fruit punch, topped with Sprite, optional add gold glitter. This is pretty solid.
It looks like super dark. I bet it's sweet. I bet it's really, really sweet.
It is kind of sweet, and most of that's the blue. That's why I don't drink this stuff, because this is basically like blueberry flavored syrup.
Yeah.
Or something. So
is that
I couldn't find a smaller bottle. Of course, this was only $10 for this entire bottle. I have no idea what I'm going to do with it now. But
now, if you just had glitter, you could feel fabulous drinking it.
Actually, Angel likes this type of stuff. She likes the Smirnoff red, white, and blue, the red, white, and boom, or whatever that tastes like a bomb pop.
Yep.
So all I have to do is get some like strawberry, so like a strawberry syrup or whatever, and mix these two and some Sprite, and she'll be in heaven.
Are we doing ball cups again tonight too?
Yeah, I've got them sitting here. I've got the stack.
So stay tuned with us.
Yep.
Stay tuned.
The breakdown pair ball cups from Scarred Prince.
Thanks again for that.
Mm-hmm. Not the Jonestown Kool-Aid. I don't know. Yeah, now if you just had glitter, you could feel fabulous drinking it.
That is blue curacao, yes. Now, was that blue curacao or is that triple sec?
Blue curacao.
Yeah, I thought so. Okay. Thought so.
Yep. Mad Dog and Purple Drink.
Mad Dog and Purple Drink.
You know, Mad Dog isn't actually Mad Dog. MD stands for something else.
Doctor?
Yeah, I don't know, but it doesn't stand for Mad Dog. It's not Mad Dog 2020. I've got to look this up now.
Just ordered a mystery box from Scarred. Sweet.
ADD.
My ball cup arrived last Friday. Awesome, John. Good stuff. Mad Dog stands for might die.
Yeah. MD 2020, often called by its nickname Mad Dog, is an American fortified wine. The MD stands for its producer, Mogan David.
Okay.
MD 2020 has an alcohol content that varies by flavor from 13 to 18%. Initially, 2020 stood for 20 ounces at 20% alcohol. Huh, okay. How did it get the name Mad Dog?
Yeah, I am interested in that one too, yeah.
Mad Dog just showed up. Popular with winos, it was commonly known as Mad Dog because it gave you a mighty buzz for your money.
Okay.
Yeah.
Definitely might die. Paul Burnett with the puking emojis.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, most disgusting. Oz, you look tired. I am actually tired. I'm very tired, actually.
I'm a little tired myself, but we got
things. It's honestly because I've got a full belly. I ate too much.
Mm.
And I'm just getting over the end of a little bit of a cold, so.
Oh yeah, remember you were saying that.
So
We had talked about maybe doing a show last week in the interim since I was going to be gone this week, but there was nothing to talk about,
and then boom, they hit us up for the kidney.
mm-hmm.
Sorry, I used the Dumb and Dumber 2 reference.
Yeah. What are you doing,
Club.
Bucko? What are you doing? Hi.
All right. Shall we talk a little bit of bowling?
Yeah, let's do that. I guess it is a bowling show.
You know. Who's here for the beer talk or who's here for the bowling talk? Come on.
Yeah. Sort of mystery box from Scarred. Yeah, these things are freaking cool. And he keeps getting new colors in all the time. This is a nice glittery kind of galaxy looking one. They've got other solid colors. These have not made it out into big circulation yet, so you definitely would know which one is yours at tournaments. Everybody gets those like orange rings or whatever else, unless you write your name on it or something. You have no idea which one's yours, and they walk off. These are like $7-8 a piece or something like that, though. And my code Rosedall10 will get you 10% off your order at checkout at Scarred Prints. They are available on Facebook, and then he has the link to the store on Facebook. So I believe it's in the description.
I think so. I can tell you.
Stream.
I can tell you in just a second, just to verify. And it is 100%. It'd be there. Cool. Yeah, there you go.
Gold Label is the best Zen yet. This is a pretty tasty drink. I don't normally drink stuff like this, and probably won't drink it again. But for what it is, it's tasty.
See, he says it's the best Zen yet. I love the original Zen. The OG is still pretty dang good.
The Gold Label is significantly better. I mentioned this in what was I? Oh, so yeah, I mentioned this in a couple videos. The Gold Label, I think, is so good they can just discontinue the Zen now. Nobody's going to miss it because the Gold Label is just better across the board. No contest. And the Tour Dynamics is so good that they can discontinue the IQ Tour. There's just no reason for it to be around anymore.
Blasphemy.
Yeah. No, the Tour Dynamics does everything the IQ Tour does, but it strikes more often. And you can play a couple extra arrows with it. So
interesting. Johnny Clark has entered the chat. Joking. As in, because he loves that IQ Tour. You give him something a little stronger he can loop the lane with a little more. You're talking like cha-ching in his eyes.
The Tour Dynamics is an IQ Tour that shapes like a Phase 2. It is.
Oh, okay.
Nasty.
That's pretty good then.
Nasty.
Yeah, see, I'm with you guys. No, don't hate on the IQ Tour. Hey, it's low blows at this point, man. Come on.
The clone was. Let's talk about the clone. I'll talk about the clone. Other people already have videos up for them already, so we can talk.
It's not the UFO alert.
Rat bastards. I can put my videos up on Friday, so they will be, they'll be up on Friday. So,
there you go.
They might be up on Saturday. I think I have Gold Label and Exponent. If I can get those videos done, I'll have those up on Friday for release day, because that's Friday's release day for the Gold Label and the Exponent. The Exponent is basically a hype solid that's a little stronger, but that's like super good news. So because the hype solid is, I think, one of the best balls in the market. So Exponent's ridiculous. The clone is very surprising because, number one, it acts nothing like the UFO alert. So you can just put that out of your head right now. It acts like an asymmetric TNT, and it is fantastic with surface. It is absolute, utter, miserable, unmitigated dog shit with polish, but with a little bit of surface on it, it is a god ball beyond all god balls.
Good ball. I'll answer that one when he's done. So when we get to that question, anyways.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
There's a couple. Kendall asked something in here. I did not watch the PBA skill challenge. I completely forgot about it. All I saw was something was posted on Facebook, and then it was happening. And I wasn't near a computer to watch Bull TV, so I failed. Oh, Tobias, get out of here! The Flair's golden. It's such a unique ball. It really is. Come on.
What woof?
Come on.
What's the woof? What? I know. Hi, Bucko.
Did you say the clone is stronger than the original UFO?
Yes, it is stronger than the UFO alert. They are perfect, beyond perfect complements. The clone is chuggier. It's earlier. It's definitely slower. The UFO alert is like the perfect step down from the clone, and they both control the lane really well, but they're not similar ball reactions whatsoever. I don't really know how you change. I had to delete an entire rant out of my video. I don't know how you call something the clone and then change literally everything about the ball reaction. And then all their marketing is kind of like suggesting that it's UFO alert replacement. It's not close. It's not remotely close. But what are you doing, Buckwheat?
I heard him bark.
Yeah, I know.
It's
Oh no, they're fine.
Aren't the numbers completely different too?
What's that?
Aren't the numbers on the clone compared to the alert? Aren't they like totally different too?
They're not totally different, but it's got the same int diff, which is 016. The core went from 252 RG to 251. The diff went from 054 to 056, but it feels like a whole lot chuggier, heavier rolling. It slows down a lot more. The UFO alert was almost like it was like an ASIM IQ Tour Pearl, basically. This is a lot more like an ASIM TNT. It really hits the lane wanting to chug, wanting to slow down, a very heavy rolling, but it's very blendy too. The cover, I think, is right in the E-Trax strength. I will do a comparison I compare the Tour Dynamics. I drilled a fresh Rubicon. So I compared that in the video, but I am going to compare the clone to the Rubicon too.
I was just saying what all it took.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think that you would like, if I mix some like strawberry something with the blue curacao, that would give you your Smirnoff red, white, and boom or whatever. And with a little bit of Sprite, that's exactly.
What is blue curacao?
It's like blueberry. Actually, here. Oh, you don't like the color purple.
Oh gosh.
Yes, I hate it that much.
It tastes like purple. It tastes like purple Kool-Aid that you put some Sprite in.
No, ew. I don't like Gatorade.
It doesn't have Gatorade. The mocktail has Gatorade.
Yeah, the
No, I
on it.
poured that out because I don't like so I went ahead and made so it's got vodka blue, it's got this stuff in it.
No.
Yeah,
this stuff
it's okay, but it's not.
No, forget it. How about I just go get my red, white, and boom and I'm done?
Yeah.
There you got it. Why not?
I've got to figure out something to do with this blue curacao now.
Just Google drinks that are really good with blue curacao.
Yeah. Oh, you can use it to top off a Long Island instead of soda. I think it's just blue triple sec, probably.
Angel just doesn't like purple.
We talked about the lane pattern yet? Absolutely not.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, absolutely not. Okay, I was going back to, Rivs. I'm going to catch up with questions here. Was the Supernova Nova bust? Is the ignition core no more? I really don't think so. I think that they discontinued the Supernova because it was ugly, and they discontinued everything that was 4,000 or 4K fast. Angel really likes them both.
Yeah, you're ugly then.
That says more about you than me.
I usually further.
Mm-hmm.
See, I didn't think it was terribly ugly, personally.
It's not. Yeah, it wasn't going to be a commercially popular ball. Both the Supernova and Nova were really good. The Nova, it's just they're turning stuff over so fast that nothing even lasts a year anymore, and if it does, it's really rare. I think the ignition core is going to stick around because I think that if they actually, if they put out like a Pearl Nova, I think it would be ridiculous. So
the Nova was decently popular, I would say.
Yeah, the Nova was really good. It just, it lasted for about a year, and that was that. So here for all the talk. Exponent going to be a contender? Yeah, Angel really likes it. Again, it's like a slightly stronger hype solid.
You
So
wanna
it's
bring it out?
just
Do you want to display a ball?
sure. I don't know if I have room.
He's got too much.
Yeah. I need to get all this.
Or-
Well, I need to keep the Smirnoff. I need to keep the Smirnoff out because I have.
Are you gonna make another one?
No.
No, he said. No.
This is definitely not my jam, but it's good for what it is. I wouldn't like if I would have had a bar make this for me to try it out. I would not have been disappointed. I would not have ordered another one because this is not what I drink. But
You need to wash that down with a good whiskey.
Do for later.
sure.
Well, don't use those. You're giving them away.
Did you download the patterns too, by the way?
Yep, I got the patterns downloaded, so as soon as I catch up with questions, we can talk about those.
You're good. I figured you did. I just thought I'd ask.
Yep. I'll put the exponent in the corner. It's in the 2-baller. The single ball. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
because I took the wrong
Yeah,
black
this one's
ball
more-
with
well,
the
this is
gold.
more purpley.
Well, yeah, but if you put them both side by side, you can't tell the difference.
I'm in a food coma. Holy crap.
I wanted to take my gold label to League last week, and I filmed I've got Zen U. Here, just pass it over here.
I am. I'm just moving some stuff so you have.
I filmed some more with the Zen U to do my report card that's coming out tomorrow night, and I filmed for just this and the Zen U, and when you put them both in the bag together, they're two dark balls with gold labels, and I've completely forgot that I took both of them to film with, and so I just reached into that 2-ball bag to put the gold label into my League bag, and I just grabbed the dark ball with the gold labels.
Yeah.
When the Zen U is lane shined, it looks exactly like a gold label unless you look really close. So, yeah, just hand it to me. I'll show them. And
You can use Curacao in your toilet so people think you live in an airplane restroom.
Not putting alcohol in my toilet.
all right.
Oh, that's great.
So if the U was, yeah, they're both dark balls with gold labels, and so I just reached in and grabbed the dark ball.
One is nasty purple.
Well, yeah, there is that, but anyhow. All right, where's my mouse? I need that.
Okay. Do you want me to take anything?
You can probably take that Sprite. I don't need that anymore.
Okay.
Blech.
Don't mind me. I'm pouring another beer.
Yeah.
I hate these big
Okay. Done?
Yep,
Okay.
good.
growlers.
Exponent's going to be a contender. What would be a good ball to replace my flare? I have no idea.
Oh, the flare is unique. Very, very unique.
Mhm.
It is
Yeah,
very,
well-
very good on. Where it's really, really slept on is short patterns. It's really, really good on short patterns.
Probably a gem, something like that.
What about a TNT?
Yeah, the flare was symmetric, right?
Yes, it was symmetric.
The TNT
Very,
is
very
not strong enough, but it acts like it's strong enough. So yeah, the TNT would not be a bad choice to replace that. So yeah, TNT, I think you're onto something there.
Yeah, that ball's just so chuggy, but to me, it just gets the most use out of when I bowl on short stuff. So,
Would you say the clone is stronger than the original UFO? Absolutely not. The new Optitrax cover is basically E-Trax, so it's basically got the TNT cover or the Rubicon cover or something like that on it, which is a whole lot weaker than Microtrax, which was on the UFO has the same cover as the Gem, which is tons and tons stronger. So yeah, the clone is definitely not stronger than the original UFO.
I like the original UFO. Still have it. Amanda throws it now.
Been thinking of getting a phase 2, but if I already have a Zen Soul, would they overlap too much? Kind of, a little bit.
I don't think so. I don't know.
Yeah,
You listen to him. He'll know better than I would on that.
the Soul is weaker. The phase 2 has more traction. It's more dynamic. It really depends. They don't overlap a ton on shape, They overlap a little bit on hook potential, but it depends on how much overlap you consider. The Zen Soul is like a half ball down from the Phase 2.
Okay, I can see that. What the Phase 2 is a sport pattern goat, though. Like, it really is.
Yeah.
Both so good on tough stuff. So good on tough stuff.
What was your opinion of USO versus UFO Alert? They weren't on the, like, UFO was Microtracks and the UFO Alert was E-Tracks, and they're just not. It's like Phase 2 versus Phase 5. They're just not on the same. They kind of roll similar, but they're just not on the same
Wavelength?
Not on the same plane, traction wise.
Uh-oh. Max Costa's in the house.
Would it be fair to say that between the Tour Dynamics and Summit, the Phase 2 and IQ Tour history? No, the Summit and Phase 2 don't overlap much at all. A little bit on hook, but the Phase 2 is cleaner, sharper. It's not. There's no overlap there whatsoever. I think people would scream bloody murder, even though people don't really buy the IQ Tour, the high road much anymore. They would scream bloody murder if those got discontinued. But with the Tour Dynamics, the IQ Tour just doesn't need to be a thing anymore. The Summit and the Phase 2 are not that close, though. The IQ
Them fighting one.
Yeah, the IQ Tour just doesn't need to exist anymore. The Tour Dynamics is just better. It's just better. Better is relative, but it's better. Yeah. What's wrong with the color purple? Angel hates the color purple. No, it still looks dark. I can see it. It looks very purple to me, but it just looks black. It just looks like Coke.
Coca-Cola. Purple Ball strike a lot. Just ask Hammer Mode and Facts.
What are your thoughts?
Actually, like black.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on the Optitrax cover stock? It's basically E-Trax. I don't think that there's anything. It feels almost exactly like the TNT cover. Like the clone is an asymmetric TNT. That's exactly what it is. I don't see a whole lot of difference between those covers at all. There's just a little more torque out of the clone versus the TNT. They're really on top of each other. So yeah, it's right on top of E-Trax. It's kind of splitting hairs talking about the difference. Are they discontinuing ball because of the AI inner core? No. It's just it doesn't really do anything but kind of amplify the strength of the inner core.
Yeah.
The AI is the outer core. It just takes an existing core and makes it stronger. They're trying to act like it's brand new, life-changing, crazy, innovative, insane technology, and all it does is just take a core and make it a little stronger. There's nothing.
Marketing.
Yeah, it's marketing. Had to share that.
I said that earlier, and Angel said, no alcohol going in my toilet. But it would look. That comment gets me every time.
Zen U, yes, the U is awesome.
Oh,
interesting. I mean, you.
I was not ready for that comment.
You appear to be a white guy in your profile picture, so I don't know what that's all about, but you do. I mean, you know about Purple Drank, so Purple Drank, not D-R-I-N-K, it's D-R-A-N-K, Purple Drank.
That drank.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
You know about Purple Drank, so you might be throwing us off with your profile picture.
That was.
Well,
don't do that to me.
The Exponent is earlier and smoother than the Wolverine. The Wolverine's got a lot higher RG, so it's a fair amount longer. Not a whole bunch sharper. It is sharper, but not a whole bunch. The Exponent's 248/042, so it's like a little bit beefier IQ Tour. But yeah, between the Exponent and the Tour Dynamics, the IQ can just go bye-bye. It doesn't. Nobody cares. Nobody cares anymore. Max. Max.
I'll read some of these comments.
Golf clap. Is the Zen? Oh, Zen Soul, is the Zen Soul discontinued? Yes, they discontinued everything that was 4,000 or 4K fast because the general public are idiots and they have to have shiny bowling balls, and so they discontinued everything, including. So it's y'all's fault they discontinued the Infinite. Just saying. Is this still? Yeah, this is still.
I mean, I can't tell it's purple. It looks like Coke. Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
I can see the purple now. Well, if you hold it the right way in front of the show lights, the set lights, it's
Yeah.
You can definitely tell it's got that purple stuff in it.
Yeah, it's purple. Yeah.
It's purple. We still have to get to these flame patterns. Oh gosh. Oh, it's trying to kill me today.
Yeah.
Woo! And I'm signing off for the night. I'll see you all later. Tune in next time for episode number 68 of the Breakdown. Talk about show going off the rails. Here we go. Oh gosh.
So would you say the TD is a Rubicon but with a slightly stronger cover? No, the TD is like a Rubicon with a slightly weaker cover and slightly weaker core. So the Rubicon is not as much of a step up from the TD as I expected. The cover from the TD is based off the VTC cover from the Hype Solid, the Hustles, whatever else. E-Trax that's on the Rubicon is a step up from VTC, and also the differential is double what the TD's is. So the TD is longer, it's smoother than the Rubicon, but it's not. It's got a 247 RG, so it's really early, really rolly, but it's not super freaking gnats. But it's not. Gnats.
You got a good gnat on you.
Yeah, gnat. But yeah, the TD is kind of like a stronger, like an earlier Hype Solid or like a little bit weaker Rubicon. It's definitely not a step up from the Rubicon. It's like a half step down. I don't know. Purple Drain. This is pretty good. I don't drink stuff like this, but it's pretty good.
Ribs, we'll get to that. We got we'll bring you lane patterns soon.
Fate or Zen? This is interesting because the Fate has got into my top 5 all time. It's that good. The Zen Gold Label is better than the Fate because I'm pretty sure it's the same exact cover. The Zen Gold Label is halfway between a Fate and Idle Cosmos. It's not as early and slow as the Cosmos, but it's not as long and kind of weakish as the Fate.
Yeah.
It's like you took a Cosmos and made it longer and sharper, or you made the Fate a little bit stronger, period, or you took like an Idle Pearl and made it stronger, took a Marble Pearl, made it stronger. It's just a GOAT level ball reaction. This is I haven't liked. This is the first Zen I've liked aside from the Zen U, and it's more of a Zen in name than actual like ball design. This is the new. I say this in the review. It's the new daddy ball that's going to have your competitors crying for their mommies. So,
I thought I was curious. Is he talking about the Gold Label or the actual Zen, the original Zen?
The Gold Label is ridiculous. It just blows everything else out of the water. It's just not really a contest.
We broke Jonathan. Are we live? Yeah, you broke me. All right.
Oh, Curtis, my report card is going to make you regret that decision. This was the same issue I had with the UC3. It was too much ball for urethane. It wasn't enough ball to be reactive. And it wasn't until I polished it that it just came alive. The Zen U was the same way. It was too strong to be urethane, too strong, too fast to be urethane. It was too weak and too smooth to be reactive. But as soon as I let it lane shine, God ball, absolute God ball. I did really well with it at nationals. It's just a God lefty ball if you let it shine up, because then it doesn't fight itself so much. If it's got surface on it, it wants to be both urethane and reactive, so it wants to dig in really early, but then it wants to shape down lane, and so the angles are tricky and whatever else. But as soon as you shine it, it actually gets down the lane, and then it kind of walks in. It's like a much weaker phase 2. That video will be coming out tomorrow, and then you'll regret your decision and go out and buy another one. I have a couple of Zen U's in stock now, because I will never ever go anywhere without that ball again.
Oh. These people are killing me. Zen GLs. Oh yeah, there's gonna be a lot of gold labels, I'm sure.
Yeah, I did make the comment that I hated the Zen, I didn't like the Master, and I never got a Soul because gingers don't have those anyway.
I get it now.
Luke, did you like your altered? I have 2 with 2 different drillings, 1 stashed. It's been my go-to ball since it came out. Also like the Eternity, got one of those stashed too. No, the altered was just way too much ball, period. Way too much traction, way too much flip. I just never
left. He would have liked it as a righty.
Yeah, and that's.
It.
I've also got some other report cards coming out. I talk about it with the exotic. The exotic's just way too much ball lefty. I would have thrown it constantly as a righty, but as lefty, it's just too much. Period.
I'm sure he still throws a promotion every once in a while, don't you?
Yeah, on the left side, yeah. The promotion is a thing. I've got 2 of them right now. I need to reslug them because I changed my span a little bit. But yeah, they're in the wings, and I still have 6 new ones.
That's ridiculous.
I had 17.
Good God.
But I literally had 17 undrilled promotions like a year and a half ago, and then I was generous with them. But I literally had 17 new in-box promotions in this house at one point.
I've still actually never thrown one, surprisingly.
Yeah, I don't know if it's necessarily a U ball, but it is kind of. I think it'd just be a little slow and flat for you most of the time. But if you're on something tough, like it would, I think. It's a little smoother venom recoil.
Ooh. There's times I wish that recoil was smoother, because I'm telling you.
Yeah. It's a little smoother venom recoil.
So it'd be very, very situational.
It would be very situational. It would.
One of those, unless I'm bowling on something almost short, then it would never see my bat. Yeah.
Short, tough. It destroys gauge, but it also flat tens a lot of gauge.
Dude, I'm telling you, the MV Tour destroys that place.
Yeah.
So does the believe it or not, so does the top speed.
I think it is very similar to an NV Tour. So if you have an NV Tour, I don't necessarily think you need a promotion. It's that same idea though. It's a very similar idea.
Then it would strike a lot of gauge, yes. I finally found 2 balls that actually strike in that dang building. It's amazing. Purple drink.
Yeah, I don't know. It still looks.
It looks purple. I can see the purple.
Yeah, you can see the purple. It's just. I don't know. Phase 2 or Summit? Summit for me, actually, because the Phase 2 is just too much dig and too much shape for me. The Summit is earlier and slower. Yeah. And so I think the Summit is more controllable. Phase 2 is probably a little bit more versatile, but the Summit's the real deal.
Yes, the Infinite did get discontinued. Actually, it's been gone a little bit now.
Yeah, several months. March, I think.
Sounds
I think
about right.
that's March.
You can still get them though online.
Mm-hmm. I
Look
think
at the
a
right
lot of pros
websites.
are snatching those up. I had a lot of people send me something asking if I had replaced or if I had some stock. I did not have any stock in Infinites. I do still have my Infinite, but I do not have any new Infinites. How do you feel about urethane getting banned? Nothing really happened. They just changed some rules in the PBA, which doesn't affect 99% of us.
So we're good.
I don't have to worry about it because I'm not going to bowl anything PBA, at least not until I'm 50 anyway. I don't need to. We already have local turn. I can give my money to pros locally without having to travel somewhere to give Packy and Spencer and
Are you giving them some this weekend?
Zach Wilkins. Yeah, I think we're going to bowl on Saturday. I think we're going to go hang out on Sunday. I think we're going to bowl on Saturday, and then we're just going to go hang out on Sunday. I don't think we're going to bowl on Sunday, but
yeah. I'll be there on both days bowling. Yes. I already looked at that comment and moved on from it. Do you know what he's talking about, right?
Oh yeah, well we'll talk bowling stuff in a minute here. This is more important. That's more important.
We've got lane grabs coming, I promise. We will not leave this show without talking about lane grabs.
Unfortunately, Paul, you were misled. So I heard in 2024 you can't use urethane getting banned in tournaments. USBC is going to follow that and make urethane illegal. How do you feel about that? This is the same type of thing where everybody likes to say every once in a while that the high road's getting discontinued and stir people up, and it's not going to happen. USBC might do that for the Masters in the U.S. Open for like professional level tournaments, maybe the Open Championships, but they're not going to do it for the average bowler. They're just not, because it's not that big of a deal. The PBA is doing it. USBC might follow up with something like that again, just for the Masters and U.S. Open, maybe for the PWBA too, but the PWBA doesn't use urethane a whole lot. And the average bowler averages 175. So they're not really worried about you having soft urethane for house shots in your leagues.
No.
They're just not. If you ever threw an Ordnance Solid, how does the exponent compare? I did not ever throw an Ordnance Solid. We do have an Ordnance C4 down here, but Angel didn't want to burn it just for a review. I think the exponent will probably be pretty close to the Ordnance Solid, but that's an inexperienced oil pattern. Yeah, we're getting there. I'm catching up. I'll catch up, and then we'll talk oil patterns. I'm really dragging this out, stringing you guys along. Not as bad as string pins, but Zen Master colonoscopy. I would be asleep for the colonoscopy, so I've already had a vasectomy. It can't be much worse than that. So
that's exactly why I'm not getting one. People like you saying that.
Yeah.
We're gonna make another UC380. No, I don't think they will. I could be
probably not. That'd be a little too smooth. The Zen Gold Label, would it be a good pin down ball? You could drill it over the label on the bottom, and it's going to be a good ball. The OG pin down, it already wants to roll early and kind of straighten out, so it would just go a little bit longer and then straighten out. Oh yeah, the good stuff. Yeah, I need.
Sorry, I'm just
Lake Hunt.
You know how much I got left.
So yeah,
I've just seen how much I got left. I'm actually going through this pretty good. I mean, that stuff goes down good.
Yeah, we need to have a golf date at the lake, and then head over to Norseman afterwards.
I mean, you want me to play golf?
Dipper.
Thanks for asking.
Which one of these balls is going to have multiples on racks this upcoming fall? Neither, because nobody cares about either of them. I talked to Williams a little bit, and he's like, yes, for some reason our videos aren't doing that great. And then I put mine up. Nobody's looking for them. Nobody cares about them. The only reason I got this in the first place is because I thought, well, it's another Zen. People are going to go nuts for it. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about this ball or this ball at all. For some reason, both of them are amazing. I'm really glad that I just got this one for the video because now I'm going to have like 20 of them. But yeah, for some reason, nobody cares. So, and I don't know.
Even though it says Zen on it?
Yeah. Yeah. It says Zen. I figured this one probably wasn't going to be that popular just because it came out with the Zen. And I figured this one was going to get all the attention. Nobody cares about either one of them. The Tour Dynamics, a lot of people are going to get. The clone will be discontinued by this time next year because nobody's going to care. It's a ridiculously phenomenal ball. Nobody, as soon as they figure out it's not a UFO alert replacement, they're going to be over it. So it'll be discontinued in 10 months. This one's not going to last long. This one's not going to last long. The Tour Dynamics should be around for several years. If it gets discontinued period, that's just going to be a travesty. But yeah, unfortunately, these are both going to be a couple really good balls that will be. This one might make it a year and a half. This one will make it barely over a year. The clone won't make it a year, unfortunately. But that's kind of the. What's your thoughts on Phase 2 versus Summit? I did compare them in the review, so go check that out.
Boom.
Got to buy a gold label first, apparently. Yes. Luke, do you still throw the promotion? Oh, yes. Yep. Blackberry brandy. Yeet.
Okay.
Yep. Want to buy another ball? Zen U just to have. It's a great ball. Yeah. I will take that everywhere. 17 promos. Yeah. What are you throwing now, Haas? You already covered that. Go-to balls with the Fate, IQ Ruby, and Blue Coral. Heck yeah. Once I'm throwing it straight, the promo comes pretty hard off it. If I'm binning it, looks like Duke. Yeah, that's a promotion. Yep. Luke's signature series will consist of the Fate, Zen U, and promotion. You have to add the Zen Gold label of that now, too. Goat Ball. Any word on the reality getting discontinued? Nope. I think it's still fairly popular. So until they have another solid to replace it, I don't think it's going anyway.
Problem is, it's just so good, it's hard to replace it.
Yeah, that's one of those big top-of-the-line balls don't last very long typically, but the reality is so good that the pros, I think at this point, like the reality, the gem, and the exotic, the pros would just scream bloody murder if anything happened to those. So, yeah. What are you bowling this weekend? Are you bowling both of them, or?
Mm-hmm. Yep, Saturday, Sunday, Lawrence. My doubles partner is Brent Coleman.
I've got to wait until I'm going to bowl a little bit more in September because my average is going to be like 210 or something. So I'm going to, instead of getting like 2 pins of handicap, I'm going to be getting like 8 or 9 pins of handicap now. So
even better.
Yeah.
And then I'm in Colorado the following weekend. And then, yeah, I am going to bowl the Glickly Trios. I know that.
Yeah, I bowled that once or twice. That's always a good time.
And bowling with Paul Burnett, who's in here. He was, and Chance Rivera.
Yep.
Yeah. Don't be a wuss. You can do it. You can do it.
Yeah, no one cares because of ball fatigue, too many balls getting released. That's the other thing. And part of it, it's summer right now. Nobody's really looking at bowling balls. We still got another month. Well, I guess actually we have 3 weeks before the draft. So let me put it that way. We have 3 weeks before the draft. And so we start bowling the scratch league in a month.
It's honestly a lot. Only people that really hardcore buy bowling balls this time of year is your hardcore bowl. I mean, really, the guys that bowl tournaments and stuff all the time, really, that's about all it is. Special thanks to
I can get rid of that now.
I drank sour beers, by the way, 2 weeks ago all weekend.
Oh, you did?
I did, and it was awful. And it was one of the really sour Boulevard ones. It was awful.
Yep. All right. Now I can get to the good stuff.
Oh, I thought what do you want, a whiskey?
No. So I have a Death Star ice cube mold, but
I love that.
apparently this time is going to be like the Death Star from Return of the Jedi. It's the incomplete Death Star.
Looks like it's being constructed.
Yeah, it's still.
Tropic Slam is what I was drinking all last weekend, by the way.
Oh yeah, the Tiki Slam.
Yeah.
Tiki
awful.
Slam.
It's awful.
Love that stuff. I don't know what you're talking about.
Makes my face do this every time I drink it. It's terrible.
Hey man, there's a beverage here, man.
I probably would have shot 300 twice if I wasn't drinking that crap. I did go 79.89 twice.
Oh man, the excitement now.
What is? What do you? Oh, you're doing White Russians, aren't you?
Heck yeah, Borkin.
Gotta watch Star Wars after this. Yeah, now you gotta watch Star Wars. I'm right there with you. I haven't watched it in a while. It's time. They have talked about bringing out another Star Wars too, and I'm ultra excited about that.
Yeah, they're doing a new Star Wars trilogy with Rey.
Yes.
She's going to rebuild the Jedi Order, so we'll see how that goes.
Not to be confused with my daughter.
Yeah. Ray.
Oh, I don't know how you drink that crap.
Oh my God, this is amazing. I don't even know what you're talking about.
Oh, it's terrible. I can't combine milk with alcohol.
Yeah.
It makes me want to hurl.
This aggression will not stand, man.
The dude. Hey, Luke and I and his brother almost won a trivia contest on the over questions about the dude.
Yeah, if we wouldn't have screwed up the first round, we'd have been fine.
Half and half sounds just like me. Golly.
Oh, yeah.
You're
Well, I was gonna make it with.
You're not catching the reference.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a drink for me either, Clint. I am actually pretty much close to. I'm not fully lactose intolerant, but milk or dairy bothers me.
Dairy puts me to sleep. It does not bother me any other way, but it puts me to sleep. So I was going to do this with almond milk, but oh my gosh.
Hey, before we get into the patterns real quick, Tony had a question in here. Real quick, can you touch on it's the most recent comment?
Oh my gosh. This is an adult chocolate milk. That's exactly what it tastes like. Chocolate milk.
Wife's drink of choice, the White Russian.
Straight up an adult Nesquik.
I'm gonna let you answer that question before we get into the patterns real quick, and I'm gonna do a potty break real quick.
Cool.
I'll return.
I would explain what parts of what Angel is, but I'm pretty sure that that's fairly obvious. So. That's not a drink for me. No. So what I should have done, well, I was already buying the vodka for the Gold Label drink. And so I thought, okay, this is all cheap. I'll just get some Kahlua and some half and half, and I can have some White Russians. Now, what I was introduced to is instead of vodka, because vodka is dumb. It tastes like nothing. And so it's just there for people to add alcohol to a drink, but not add any flavor to a drink. I don't drink for the buzz. I don't actually like the buzz. I like the taste. So if you take out the vodka and replace it with Screwball, you have a peanut butter chocolate White Russian. I don't know what they call it. I do like Black Russians. I also like White Russians. Kevin, I'm sure, has something to say about that. But like peanut butter Russians. So that would be, I don't know, that would be a brown Russian, I guess. I don't know.
Man, that beer is really good. I will say.
Oh yes.
All right.
So anyway, okay.
Did you answer that question?
You have my question on the screen for the Phase 2 versus Summit, but I had a phone. Could you re-answer it if you don't mind? What's your reasonings? The Phase 2 and the Summit, the Phase 2 is cleaner and sharper than the Summit. They don't shape very similarly. The Summit's a lot earlier and smoother, and so I just don't see, they don't overlap. They don't compete with each other. They're two separate bowling balls, and so they're not very similar, and I don't think that one's going to get discontinued because the other one exists. So
White Russian.
Yep. My wife's drink of choice. It tastes this tastes like chocolate milk. And I love chocolate milk. But I should have gotten some Screwball. Because peanut butter chocolate milk is better than chocolate milk with vodka for absolutely no reason.
None of it sounds good. No kind of dairy sounds good with alcohol whatsoever. Like the dude, you need to get that White Russian on your face. Gosh. We're going to have to update the intro after that one.
Yeah.
Intro is going to have to be updated.
Yep.
That would be a good one to add on there.
All right. So since I clickbaited y'all, we are going to talk about the patterns now. Oh my God. Screwball with hot rose of peanut butter cup. Y'all got to stop the corruption here.
Everybody's going to get in here and they're going to comment after the show's over, and they're going to timestamp when the pattern starts.
Yeah.
Reminder.
I'll probably have to adjust something because we said we were going to talk about patterns, and then we did absolutely nothing for an hour and 20 minutes.
We talked bowling balls, but reminder: we are still going to give away two ball cups at the end of the show.
Yep.
From Scarred Prince, the breakdown pair. Once again, if you are a winner and you'd like for us to sign them both, we can. Or if you don't want us to because it'll lower the value, that's fine. We've offered it in the past, so we'll offer it again.
All right. I will be back in a second, and then we will talk about the patterns.
Oh, he just teased you again. Like we were going to the patterns, and he said, I'm outie. Oh, my goodness. You guys are killing me in this chat tonight. I'm sitting here trying to listen to him talk, and I'm having a hard time keeping down my drinks. I don't need no J. Hawes autograph. Oh, come on now. Why not? You don't want to lose the value? Just for that, I'm going to sign something and I'm going to give it to you. Great segue. Exactly. Hawes, thoughts on the Black Venom? Actually, that is a great question. I think the Black Venom is very, very, very underrated. I was talking to some people that have thrown it. I personally haven't thrown it, but according to some guys that actually throw it pretty well, that have been staff affiliated and became free agents and started throwing it, they said that bowl is being slept on. So it's about all I can give you because I haven't seen a ton of it, but I will say that it's worth your money if you're going to give it a shot. Bonus money for actually doing it. I'll have to wait for Luke to get back down here, but we got to get started on patterns. Yeah, there it is. $10 money for actually doing it. So I'll make sure he get to it now. How's we need another Baker tournament? That was pretty fun. I agree. The Baker tournament was a blast. I will take a Ray autograph any day. There you go. You win. Me and my daughter can autograph it. Why not? White Russian with whipped cream vodka. Guys, how do you guys do anything with dairy products and alcohol? That just makes my stomach turn. OJ and vodka. Oh, yeah. Give me some screwdrivers. I like screwdriver. Tobias, that was a blast, man. We will definitely run that back. We drank the Bowling Center out of Miller High Life because it was on sale. Don't judge us. She sounds fun. That's my little daughter. Thoughts on the Motive Revolt Uprising? I don't know because I haven't seen a ton of it. I mean, I'm not going to lie. Once I'd thrown Motive for so long, because I was on staff, obviously, it was time to throw some new stuff. I actually bowled on a league last year with a guy that took my role as the local brand ambassador for the Kansas City area, and he threw it a little bit. He's more of a high speed, high rev player. He just didn't throw it a ton, so I didn't get to see a lot of it. But I've heard good things out of it. I've heard people like it, but I've also heard mixed reviews on it. So I don't know. Tobias works in a shop. He could tell us in here. Did you guys sell much of the Revolt Uprising? I'm sure we spent $100 on High Life that day. I think we spent $100 a piece on High Life that day. We see pros throwing the same balls over and over. Should we buy new balls or be proficient in a small amount of balls? Honestly, do not judge on what the pros throw, on what you throw, please.
Yeah.
That's pros throw. They're going to throw what makes them money. I understand that. But just because they throw it all the time doesn't mean it's going to fit you. There it is. $10 for you actually doing the patterns.
Actually getting to the point an hour and 20 minutes later.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I tell you what, this Lakeim. I kind of want to pronounce it as Lakeim, but it's Lakeim.
Mm-hmm.
Lakeim.
Thank you, Steve. I will actually get to the point now.
So, but real quick, I'm throwing a lot of Brunswick stuff. I have a few Storm balls, but I'm throwing a lot of Brunswick stuff. So I try to focus on that stuff. There's no reason in particular why I'm throwing Brunswick stuff specifically, but I've got 3 or 4 Storm balls too in my arsenal. The best was Zach having to buy the first round because he got hung. Yeah, after he was talking crap too. So Tobias and I bowled a 5-man Baker with Zach Wilkins. Most of you know who Zach Wilkins is. And we went front 8. I don't remember. We had the first however many until it got to him. I want to say maybe the 10th. I don't remember. Anyways, he got up there and says, "Oh, now I'm going to leave something because then I'll get hung." And he runs up there and bones a 9.
Yeah.
Straight stuffs a 9, and he has to immediately coming back and buying a whole round. We drank 3 cases of Miller High Life between our team because it was on sale for $3 a piece.
God, it's always fun when a Motive staffer leaves Motive and then finds out what ball reaction looks like.
Are you trying to judge me? I was one of those. So yes, what was the first thing I told you when I left Motive and I drilled a Zen? It was the first ball I drilled.
Yeah.
The first thing I said to you, I remember it to this day. This is what ball reaction looks like.
Yeah. This ball actually hooks.
I've never seen anything that goes sideways. No, Zach is not a Motive staffer. He was at one point, yes. Recently, well. I was a Motive staffer, however. I want to get another Venom Shock. That ball's so good. I have 2 of them still, and they will not leave my bags. Well, they will not leave me until I have to. Stopping with the brands at B, can't stand HK22. Oh, come on now. You lost me there. HK22 is just ungodly.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm going to let you because you were basically dared $10 to do it. Let's get started. Let's fire off. What do you want to start with? Let's start with there you go. There's our first one. That's team.
Yeah.
All right. Overall thoughts on the team pattern.
So the team pattern looks virtually the same as last year. I am shocked at the oil type because I don't think the lane carried down, or both patterns carried down fairly significantly. So I thought it was ice. They held up rather well while we were there anyway, but we were there in April and it wasn't very hot outside. But they have used fire the last several years. So I'm not terribly shocked. They will probably continue to use fire because ice carries down and holds up really well. So I think that they're going to keep using fire because it's a little bit more scoreable oil, but it also transitions faster. 42 feet, 15 forward, 11, almost 12 reverse. That's not a surprise. 27 mils, kind of figured. 50 microliters, kind of figured. 2.63 to 1. So it's barely a sport pattern, but 2.6 to 1 is still a fairly stout ratio. On paper, it was a whole lot more difficult than it was on the lane. I say that as I shot like 550 or something, but only one of every 3 shots I made was actually good, so there is that. Team I thought was very scoreable. We shot 3150 something, which I think landed us in 110th or something like that. I should probably pull that up and I can actually see where I finished now.
That's a cash spot, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So say it should be a cash spot.
3154. Yeah, we're barely out of the top 100 out of 10,000 teams. So
if they're not paying, I was gonna say if they're not paying 110 spots, I don't know what
they might even have the caching spots up there too. So, or they might even have at some point they refresh or they put what you're actually going to make up there. So I don't know if they'll have that updated or not.
Don't they give like an estimate?
But we will see. Yeah, they don't have the prize up there yet. Yes, we did 3159, and so my team finished in 110th, despite my best efforts to tank them. I was low on the team. James shot 760 something. Waswo shot 7:0, 7:10, 7:20, something like that. Let me see here.
There was some decent shape to that pattern too, right?
Yeah, no, it was. Crouch shot 570. Bruce also shot somewhere in the neighborhood of that 570. It was really just James and Waswo that carried us.
This is no knock on Waswo, but that shows me that there's some shape there because Waswo's kind of gives it that wheel, usually.
Yeah.
Or am I crazy? But with him being able to give it that wheel and he shoots 700, that tells me there's some shape there.
Yeah, well, it was pretty forgiving, and he was in the perfect ball in the perfect spot. He was throwing a TNT. James threw, I can't remember what he threw the first couple games. I think it was he Envy Tour into an absolute, I'm pretty sure. But those guys really carried us. James shot 760, Waswo shot 710, and then we just didn't screw up. But we had 33 or 3,400 out there, and it didn't end up going so hot.
We need Royal Crest to put this out now.
I thought it was very scoreable.
But on topic here, what's cool though now about the new Kegel lane machine Atlas? I don't know if anybody's seen that yet, but they preloads patterns into the machine. So like all the Kegel library is automatically on the machine. So you literally just push a button, load it. Obviously, you got to load your oil and everything, but hit the button and goes. That's pretty freaking sick.
Can you explain how to find the corner and how to throw your ball to the corner? Thanks for the donation. Appreciate it. I'm assuming that you're referring to my video that I put up a year and a half ago or something like that. Basically, what I say is the corner is where the friction on the outside of a house shot meets the friction at the end of the pattern. Normally, that's around 5, 6, 7 board. And so you want to find the place where you can get the ball down the lane, and then it also will finish on the back end. But I think you want to be absolutely as close. Jonathan, you do this really well, as you get basically as far right as you can to get the ball down the lane and then have it finish on the back end and then just make the pocket super wide. And so basically, Wes Malott does this a lot. He will throw a ball like second arrow to 5 board, third arrow to 5 board, fourth arrow to 5 board, or whatever else, and just kind of figure out what the lane's doing. On most house shots, the track is going to be third arrow to about 5, 6, or 7. And so I would start at third arrow and throw the ball to the 5 board, see what happens, pull it in a little bit further, see what happens, pull it in a little bit further, see what happens. It's kind of a progression of just kind of lining up, dialing things in. But that video, if you want to check that out, I would assume you've seen it, but if you want to check it out again, I would say definitely watch that video several times. I kind of explain, and I also have video showing it too. So I'd probably be more helpful to watch that video several times than me trying to explain it. But yeah, that find that video. Let me see if I can find it and post it in the comments.
How long ago was that? Do you remember? Just curious.
It's been a year and a half.
It's been a bit. I'd say it's been a bit. Thought so. I mean, that's a pretty good explanation of it right there. But yeah, the video explaining that would, if you're interested, is pretty informative. But thank you for the compliment. I appreciate that. For people that haven't seen me bowl, I'm a lower speed, lower rev guy, and I'm one of those that plays to my strengths pretty well. Wouldn't you say, Luke?
Yeah.
And I'm one of those that, but I can get left when I need to, but I'm one that likes to stay far right as possible when I need to. If I need to take less hand out, I can take hand out, throw a little harder, take less hand out. But when they start to burn up and the front start to go, I think Luke would agree, I'm pretty good for a low rev, no speed guy, being able to move left and wheel it just like I need to. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah. So yeah,
I mean, I can get through the ball return. I don't care.
The video is called "How to Line Up on the Lane." So yeah,
yes, I remember
I posted it in the
yes.
I put it in the chat. So yeah.
There's the link. I miss seeing your YouTube videos, Hawes. I'm sorry. I know. I you know what? I really enjoyed making those videos too. Maybe I'll do something down the road, and I'll maybe start to grow that again. But to me, this is my YouTube videos now, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Maybe I'll post some stuff at some point.
So team was. Yeah, I often wondered why lane machines can't store libraries of patterns instead of having to be programmed each time. Well, most lane machines only hold 30 different patterns, which is dumb. I don't know why they can't. Even with the Flex came out, what, 5-6 years ago? You're telling me they couldn't store more than 30 patterns? That's ridiculous.
Well, they fixed that with the Atlas.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, it comes preloaded with all kinds of different stuff that all they had to do is push a button and they're good to go. So
yeah, that Atlas thing, it's so. If those haven't checked it out, please go check it out. I think Kegel has it on their website, but it does. It holds the entire Kegel library on their pattern list, and that's pretty freaking sweet. And I think all they have to do is take a USB drive and hook it up and download an update to it, and they'll have the 2023 USBC patterns already on there, and just do a download to it. That's pretty cool, pretty innovative. Reason why they're good at what they do.
Okay, so the team pattern, there weren't any real surprises. They kind of flipped a couple years ago. I think in 2021, it had been that the team pattern was 38, 39 feet long and kind of flatter, and the really tough one. And then the doubles and singles pattern was 42 feet, a little bit longer, a little bit softer. They've kind of flipped those. Now doubles and singles is the tough one, and team is the kind of more playable one. I don't know why they flipped them, but they did. So this is standard for what we've been expecting from team for the last couple of years. And somebody else, I saw somebody comment that's virtually identical to the pattern last year. I think last year team was a little bit tougher, but of the two patterns, it was definitely the easier one. So no shocks, no surprises there. I just bolt bad on team.
It happens. You're human.
This is the shocker here. So as we look at the double and singles pattern, 38 feet, not a surprise. 15 and a half forward, 8 reverse, 40 microliters instead of 50. And the total oil volume is 23 and a half. They only oiled the reverse oil started at like 24 board. They only oiled forward to 30. They buffed for 8 feet. Short, really heavy in the fronts, but only 23 and a half mils. That's like league volume. This is the lightest volume Nationals pattern by a lot in like the last decade.
That's pretty soft.
Most of the
volume-wise.
Yeah, most of the Nationals patterns are 27, 28, 29, 23 and a half. Very flat, 1.79 to 1. Very flat, very short, very heavy in the fronts. That explains why everybody was throwing urethane.
Mm-hmm.
This pattern was absolute brutality. Absolute, and they didn't intend it to be as difficult as it was, but on paper, I understand it now. There's a lot of people that are.
I think it looks softer.
It's flatter.
By the numbers.
Well, it's flatter and it's really short.
So the distance with the volume can also make a big difference there, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's a short distance with not very much volume.
Yeah, it's short, light, and flat. This was absolute brutality. I mean, there was no choice for most people but to throw urethane. You were just throwing urethane because it was so short, so flat. And I ended up bowling rather well on this. I shot 570 something in doubles and then 650 in singles. And the 650 in singles was 7 spare, open to finish the set. So I had 710 on the board through the 7th frame, and then spare, open, or through the 6th frame anyway. What woof? They say woof.
All right, I'm squinting here to look at the numbers. This is the first time I've really looked at it. Excuse me.
This one sucked. The Bowler's Journal was absolutely brutal. I think I had we got into the Bowler's Journal, and I just bowled doubles with somebody just because I was trying to warm up and get a look at it. I started with the front 4, and I'm like, okay, this is a good thing I didn't get in singles or getting anything else. And then I ended up shooting like 520 or something, and I'm like, okay, well, it's the first time I really guessed right on that. Also fire again, less oil per board, 4 or 5 less mils than typical Nationals pattern. Short, flat, light, absolutely brutal.
Beer's got me again. I'll be right back.
Oh. So Curtis, I think the left side last year, double and singles was impossible. Team was scoreable. Doubles and singles for lefties last year was absolutely, completely impossible unless you were Justin Knowles. For everybody else, it was absolute. It just impossible, straight up impossible. This year, team was equal. It was identical on both sides, and then doubles and singles was easier on the left side because we're used to urethane. The track area messed with the righties a little bit, but double and singles work perfect for lefties and urethane. We started playing like 15 to 10. with urethane and me and the other lefty on the pair, and then it settled down and we moved back a little bit. I think I ended up, I'll have to look at the video. I think I ended up like 13-7, 13-6, whatever. And I had a really good look most of singles. I didn't score as well as I threw it, but yeah, the left side was easier this year, but left side was for halfway impossible last year. So nice for him to throw us a bone. But yeah, team, I could have thrown whatever I wanted to throw, but a pitch black up 5 looked the best, and that was my teammate, the other lefty, brought nothing but purple hammers. And so I threw urethane just because, but it was a good look. I just didn't throw it good enough. Yeah, wild streak for like 4 games. Yeah, the wild streak would have been a perfect look. Yes, DS was impossible last year. Absolutely impossible. Just no, Jonathan, for reference, Rhino Page, those that follow the PBA will know him, and Trevor bowled together. Doubles, Rhino shot 520 and Trevor shot 5-0.
Uh-huh.
I mean, so if you're talking, Trevor's the best lefty that you guys have never heard of by a long shot. If he shoots 500 for 3 on anything, that's like, I don't even know how that happens, because Trevor can throw a fit and be upset and think it's the toughest pattern in the world and shoot like 667. You know, if he shoots something like that, it's like, oh my God, they were so hard. They were just brutal. I couldn't score. And it's like, yeah, I mean, I went plus 300 for 8, but, you know, God, they were just so hard. Like, okay.
I've literally watched the guy shoot 160 game 1, 160, and proceed to average 260 for the next 7 of an 8-game block.
Mm-hmm.
Just frying out internally 1 game.
Yeah.
And then takes everybody's money and says, just thought I'd tease you a little.
Yeah. He did that at Aaron's one time. He shot like 2-0 or 2-10 the first game, and then did not shoot a game under 256 the next 7. And
he did that at the Eastern too.
Was crying and bitching the entire time.
Yeah.
It's like, okay. He routinely bowls double stuff with Packy. He's carried Packy a couple times. He could be winning regionals and literally competing on the national tour and doing fairly well at that. And he shot 5-0 in doubles last year. He went like 5-0, 5-10 or 5-0, 5-20. Rhino shot 250 or 260 the last game of singles. He found something. And Rhino had a decent single set, but yeah, they shot 520, 5-0 in doubles last year. And Tyler
was the year of the righty, though.
Yeah, Tyler Gromlovitz, we were watching them because they bowled team the day before we bowled team, so they bowled doubles and singles on the morning that we bowled team later in the day. And Tyler Gromlovitz was bowling with them, and he was throwing a purple hammer up 5. Also up 3, up 7, you know, as long as he kind of got it around first arrow somewhere, it didn't really matter where he hit down lane. He came back and he's like, oh my God, he's like, I feel so bad for those guys. You know, lefty jokes aside, he's like, I have an arrow. All I have to do is kind of throw it generally up 5-ish somewhere. And these guys don't have a hair to aim at.
Yeah, that's, you know, that doesn't make me feel any better by not bowling last year, because it pisses me off. Because I probably would score pretty well. Because I probably would have done the exact same thing. I probably would have thrown a purple hammer right up 5.
Mm-hmm. I played up 5-4-3 with the wild streak in DS and was just gassing it to get it to hold. I threw a Zen U. So yeah, we played 15-10 with urethane to push the back ends down, and then I ended up like 13-6-ish. I had a couple boards of hold. I had a couple boards of hook. Singles was nice. I've got to see I've got to All right.
I think I'm making my nationals comeback this year too, by the way, or next year.
Yeah.
I think I am. Yeah, I think it's time. I mean, Vegas can't keep me away for too long.
Yeah, and it's going to be in Vegas is next year, and then Baton Rouge is 2025. So
I will 100% bowl Baton Rouge.
let me see here. 2022. I shot 1750 for all events. So yeah, I shot 579 in team, 547, 628 in double singles. And yeah, my singles was 230, 220, 160. I finally found something in singles that was impossible in doubles. Couldn't get anything going. I found something in singles, and the last game just fell apart the last few frames. At $87 for a 628 last year. I was finally on a team that shot over 3,000. This was the first year that I didn't do anything to help that out. But the team shot 3159, so that should be a decent score. I shot 648 in singles. That should do really well. Shot 1760 for all events. It's about what I normally shoot. I've got a one. I think my career national, which is really funny because I think my career lefty nationals average is higher than my career righty nationals average. Because my lefty, I've gone 1840, 1750, 1760. So I'm actually almost at a 200 average lefty. $196, $97, $98, something like that. And my career nationals average righty is $192-ish. Of course, Albuquerque and Baton Rouge were bad. So
I see. I wasn't bad in Baton Rouge. Baton Rouge. I like Baton Rouge a lot.
Baton Rouge was awful. I think that was 2015. Let me look that up.
I'm just looking forward to Baton Rouge because we get to actually bowl in the convention centers again. Losing that feel kind of sucks. I've always enjoyed the convention center feel. It feels different. It's not something you get to do all the time. Going to like Reno, yeah, the stadium's cool. Going to Vegas, yeah, it's cool. It's a big center, but it's a bowling center. You know what I mean? The convention centers, setting those up and putting the lanes in and everything, it's just different. It's a different feel.
Wasn't that year?
The big reason I don't go anymore, for those who don't know, is because most of my friends and groups, like Luke and even Trevor, for example, they always go right around my daughter. I could hook on with somebody else, but it's one of those things where you kind of want to go with your buddies when you go.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not going to miss my daughter's birthdays and stuff to go to. It's just not worth it. I bowl plenty, trust me.
I can't remember what 2016 was, but we shot 2395 for team.
Yikes.
I don't even know how that's possible. I shot 1630 that year. That was terrible. I don't know which. It doesn't tell me what that was. Syracuse was not much better. That was 2018. I didn't go in 2017. 2018 was solid. That was Syracuse. 2019 was my last righty year, and I can't remember. That was Reno.
Can you just go on bowl.com and see?
Yeah, I would need to look it up, but Albuquerque was really bad. I can't remember. That was 16. Yeah, Albuquerque was 1660. That was rough. So yeah, I've had a couple 1600s, and that was bad. But 2011 in Reno was 1950. Shot 720 in singles. Got $479. Had the front nine. Second game. After having literally 5 or 6 10 pins the first game, I shot 2-0 with 5 or 6 10 pin spares. Put a double together. and then I had the front 9 the second game, and I had the front 6 the third game.
I bet you when you had the front 9, your knees were shaking.
Yeah, it was a little, and I threw a good shot. It was just a 4-pin. It was in.
That's when you're righty, right?
Yeah,
that was when you were righty.
It was in just a little bit, and we were fine. But and then 2021, my first year as a lefty, shot 640 in singles for $114. A little tougher this year, so I think they should get the prize stuff updated. Generally, I've done really well as a lefty in singles. My low singles set as a lefty is 628. It looks like
that's pretty good. Especially since you're just
642, 628, 648. So yeah, singles is my lefty jam, I guess. I shot 620 in team.
Interesting. That's
as a lefty.
I mean, you can't hang your hat on that, or hang your head on that. That's pretty good.
Yeah, 1840 in 2021, 1750, 2022, and then 1760, 2023, which is, I mean, there's.
I know we don't have a ton of time left, but for those, just in the comments real quick, if for those that bowled, post your overall thoughts on the patterns this year. Which one did you think was the hardest? Which one did you think was the easier one? I know we've had a few in here talking about it, but just curious what everybody's thoughts are. It's cool to see it too. It's once again, I will go on record and say I think that it's very stupid that the USBC waits until the very end of the tournament to post the patterns. I understand why they do it, but at the same time, why hide it? So
yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Nope, it does not.
Syracuse was a dumpster fire.
Yeah,
Syracuse is a small, dirty town. The bowling was not great. This is when they were still having issues with squad times and whatever else. We bowled on 3 and 4 next to Lucas Wiseman, who was on 1 and 2. This was right after. This was either while he was still with USBC or right after he left them. We were on the 10 o'clock singles and doubles squad. It didn't start until like 11:30, 11:45. We did not get brackets until 4:15. And the people at the bracket window stuck around because there was a lot of people leaving early the following morning who, okay, we're bowling at 10 o'clock, 9:30, whatever the squad time was, expecting to be done at like 1. And okay, we'll pick up stuff early in the morning before we get on our flight. But we didn't get out of there. The squad did not get done until like 3:30, 3:45. And so they just kept the bracket windows open until 4 o'clock, 4:15 when they got them done. So we picked up our money and whatever else. And that was the one where he made a big story about, it's like, yeah, we're getting done bowling at 3:30 in the morning. Like this is insane.
That's stupid.
And squad times this year were on point. Absolutely to the minute on point. I couldn't have been better. Everything USBC did this year, Reno was awful, but USBC's part of the tournament this year was virtually flawless. And that's not something I would ever think I would say about USBC. But USBC's part of the tournament this year was absolutely perfect. Spot on, no complaints. They're on their game as far as squad times and running the tournament and everything goes this year. They were great.
That's good. Trying to save face. Sorry. Just had to
this
say that.
Also, yeah. Yeah, this was the one thing is that we bowled the team practice session before team. And I wanted to go back. I wanted to get my stuff in the squad room and go back and take a shower, change my clothes, whatever else. And they would not let me in the squad room unless I was in full dress. And so I'm like, okay, this is great. So luckily, Waswo, Kim and Gabby were sitting there watching stuff. And so I left my bowling bags with them, walked all the way back to the hotel, got showered, changed, whatever else, came back in, grabbed my stuff, walked down that hot, nasty, sweaty hallway because they've got the frickin' plexiglass windows on the whole thing for the 100 feet that you have to walk down to the squad room in 90-degree heat and whatever else, and then pull all my bowling balls out and flop them up there and whatever else. And they couldn't let me put my stuff in the squad room while I was already hot and sweaty and whatever else. They had to make me do it once I got dressed and was ready to actually bowl. And so then, of course, I'm just hot and sweaty when I get done with that and just mad as a hornet. And
You're still mad about it.
I'm still mad about it. Yeah. Angel, yeah. I'm still mad about it. It's like, well, I'm not. I'm an hour and a half early. I just want to check my stuff in and leave it here so I can go get cleaned up and changed and whatever else. Well, you can't be in here without your. Oh yeah, 2015 was El Paso. 2016 Reno, didn't go to that one. I didn't go to 2016 or 17. I don't believe. We went to El Paso and then skipped a couple of years. Then went to Syracuse, Las Vegas. 2020 was supposed to be in Reno, but we didn't have that one.
I did like Albuquerque rocked. I did like Albuquerque a lot.
Yeah, Albuquerque was fun. I bowled terribly there.
I actually bowled okay in Albuquerque.
Yeah, Albuquerque was really bad.
How often do you say you go to New Mexico? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why I thought it was kind of cool. But
it was fun. I remember I went with Ryan and Jure and Ron and Westbeck and all them, and we went down there. We golfed. We spent a couple extra days. We took some tram ride up to a mountaintop to eat on some restaurant up there. Ron was chasing golf balls. Ron doesn't golf, never golfed. He was chasing golf balls in shrub brush through rattlesnakes and whatever else. And then I couldn't get my hand in anything, so I had to have him drill on my thumb holes out. And then 6 frames after we started bowling, my thumb went back to its normal size and I had no tape. So I was swimming and everything the rest of the time. Albuquerque was a great trip, but miserable for bowling.
I loved Albuquerque. I ate good Mexican food down there. I ate that, and it tore me up.
We went to a Mexican restaurant, and there was like 14 of us, and this was one of those waiters who didn't write anything down for 14 people. And he remembered everything with alterations and whatever else, and everybody was giving him a hard time and whatever else. And he got all the orders perfectly. Everything came out great. So, yeah.
Did you give away?
I did enjoy Albuquerque. We stayed at, I remember we stayed, Route 66 Hotel and Casino is where we stayed. That was an amazing place. Route 66 Hotel Casino.
All right, we need to give away a ball cup. Angel's saying just give away one for the time being. We forgot to. Albuquerque, my hometown. I really did like Albuquerque. The bowling there was terrible, but everything else was fine. We have, let me see here. So we have a lot of different colors.
I mean, if you want to give away 2, I know who to pick. So I already know who I'm taking. That's up to Angel, though.
Yeah.
One's fine. I don't know if you've got an idea in mind. I got one.
Yeah, we'll do one for now, and then we'll get back on.
I will let you pick then, unless you want me to pick.
Shipping is like $5 per, so it's $10 every time you get one.
Yeah, shipping's a little interesting apparently. So we've got 2 of the kind of red black metallic ones that are pretty cool looking. We've got 2 of these kind of purplish, pinkish looking ones. We got a couple of the graphite.
Graphites are my favorite.
Graphite. We have red. We have lavender. We have pink. We have purple. We have teal. We have purple/teal. It's on the bottom here. The purplish, tealish color. So somebody say something, or
You want me to pick one?
New colors coming soon. Yeah, somebody pick something.
I mean, I can pick if you want.
Yep.
All right. You confirming you want me to pick one?
Yeah.
Our winner tonight is going to be Curtis L. He's been in here with us for a while. I've been very active in here.
Yeah, I would agree. Yeah, Curtis L's been here the whole time. So Curtis just putting the Kendall. Nico and Kendall still need to get something. They're awful active in the Facebook group, and so we'll.
I thought Kendall already got one.
I don't think so.
If he didn't, we'll take care of him.
I know that John L. and somebody else got one last. I don't know who got it. I think we were talking about it. But yeah, Nico and Kendall need to get something anyway. So I'll send you guys something on Facebook tomorrow. But yeah, Curtis L. has been in here the whole time. So Curtis, what color you want?
Oh, Max Costa. There it is right there. Kendall, Nico.
No.
If you haven't got anything yet, he'll take care of you.
Nico, they haven't gotten anything yet. Yeah, Kendall and Nico are super active in our Facebook group. So yeah, if Max wants to do whatever, then yeah, Kendall and Nico will get you guys taken care of. I don't need anything. I'm just glad to post the info. Okay, whatever. John, yours, Angel put all the stuff in the mail here a few days ago. So John, if you haven't gotten yours yet, it should be there pretty quick.
I think he said he got it.
Curtis, what color you want here? These are all the available colors that we have. It got some lavender, got some graphite, got some red blacks, got the purple teal, got teal, purple, lavender, pink, fuchsia. Kevin D did have the best comments tonight. Unfortunately, I don't have a half white, half black ball cup. So
oh, you about killed me tonight. I tell you that much.
yeah.
You were rambling about something.
Yeah, Curtis, I've got all them on the screen here. I'll let you pick. I don't remember what colors you said. Are you listening? Let me get purple because okay. Okay, we'll pull out the purple one then. The purple.
Max says they can tie off with one of y'all, and then I can get their information from you guys. So
cool. Yeah, we'll figure that out. All right, we're pulling the purple one for Curtis L. Breakdownpair.
We got plenty more to give away, guys. Stay tuned with us. Obviously not tonight.
Yeah, we got this whole stack's left to give away, so y'all will get some at some point. So we're also going to send you we got plenty of card prints. So we're going to send this with you. It's got his Facebook, phone number, Instagram, and the email on the card. We'll send that with the ball cup. And again, these are great because you can just
just so everybody knows, just because you haven't been picked or for not being active doesn't mean we don't love you.
We got a concrete floor and the ball cups. You can just do whatever you want to with them, and they're fine. So
I used one this last Saturday to be exact, and just sad ball on it, spinning around, no scratches, no nothing. So
yeah, it's great. These are great.
I know you feel about me, Hawes. Yeah.
I've switched to them 100%. So they're great. I like them. I'm gonna keep using them. So we will.
I like them. I carry two in my bag. I've got the breakdownpair one for myself that I carry, and I've got the Jeremy Hirschman one from the tournament that we won, or not won, but won them in. So I carry two in my bag. I will always have them. I'm missing the Snoop Dogg concert to be here in Detroit. Gin and juice.
Yeah.
Same here, Jonathan Tiffany. Jonathan Tiffany is another one it's active with our stuff too. By the way, that's my dude.
Yep. So all right, it is after 8. Angel has tacos warmed up. I need to get my Kahlua back in the fridge.
I am still in a food coma.
So yeah, there's that too. Thanks everybody for watching. We will be back Monday, 2 weeks from now, I believe.
I can tell you the date. Give me 2 seconds. That would be the
7th,
2
8th,
weeks.
something like that. Yeah.
That would be the 7th. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the 7th.
Yep.
August 7th. Appreciate it.
Yep. Thanks everybody for watching. Appreciate it. Make a nacho. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Definitely gonna go hook some nachos up. My wife is half white and half Mexican, yet still somehow 100% black. So I don't know how that works out, but Kevin can tell me about that. Asked her a lot and Nelly about that. Need a tip drill. Anyhow, before this goes off the rails, we're getting out of here. So,
yeah, it's getting worse. We'll see everybody in 2 weeks. Thanks for the awesome stream, Luke and Hawes. Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Max. We'll see everybody in 2 weeks right back here for episode number 68 of the Breakdown Pair. Everybody have a great week.
Yep.